2024 presidential election edges closer. Republican candidates continue to campaign in Iowa. Vivek Ramaswamy stopped by Fort Madison this morning. That's where he discussed some of his main campaign priorities. They include border security, the threat of China, and boosting American production. He also highlighted the need to avoid escalation in the ongoing Middle East conflict.
That is the most pro-Israel thing we can actually do, is to stop a friend, and we're right there with them, to stop ourselves from making the same kinds of mistakes that we've made for the last 25 years.
The Iowa Republican presidential caucuses will take place on January 15th. New at 6 o'clock.